In the vast, open international waters off the coast of Venezuela, a U.S. Navy destroyer maintains a routine patrol. The hum of the engines, the rhythmic pulse of the radar, everything is normal. Until it isn't. Suddenly, the calm is shattered. A fast-moving contact appears on the screen, closing in with terrifying speed. It's a Venezuelan fighter jet. The distance, less than 500 feet. The reaction from the American crew, immediate. The mistake by the Venezuelan pilot, massive. This isn't just a flyby, it's a direct challenge. And in these high-stakes encounters, the U.S. Navy doesn't play games. On a clear day, the USS William P. Lawrence, a state-of-the-art Arleigh-Burke-class destroyer, was conducting freedom of navigation operations, a standard procedure to ensure international maritime laws are respected. But standard protocol was about to be thrown out the window. A Venezuelan Su-30 flanker, a formidable twin-engine supermaneuverable fighter, was spotted on radar, vectoring directly toward the ship. It wasn't following a recognized flight path. It wasn't responding to repeated hails on international channels. And most alarmingly, it was flying aggressively low, its engines roaring just above the waves. Within seconds, the serene atmosphere on the bridge of the USS William P. Lawrence vanished. The ship's defensive posture was activated. The failing CIWS, a Gatling gun capable of firing 4,500 rounds per minute, were to life, its radar locking onto the incoming threat. Alarms blared as the crew scrambled to battle stations. This was not a drill. The commander had a split second to assess the intent of the approaching aircraft. Was it a deliberate act of aggression? A prelude to an attack? The tension was palpable. Every sailor knew their training was about to be put to the ultimate test. So, why would Venezuela make such a bold and dangerous move? This wasn't an isolated incident. In recent years, the Venezuelan military has become increasingly provocative, emboldened by growing alliances with global powers like Russia, Iran, and China. These close encounters, these near misses, are not accidents. They are carefully calculated messages. They're designed to test response times, to intimidate, to provoke a reaction, and to project an image of strength on the world stage by buzzing a U.S. warship. Caracas is signaling that it's a player in the region, unafraid to challenge American presence. But poking the world's most advanced and powerful navy is an incredibly dangerous game, where a single miscalculation could have catastrophic consequences. After the Su-30 buzzed dangerously close to the destroyer, U.S. forces responded, but not with missiles. Not with an escalation of force. They responded with a strategic masterstroke. The Pentagon quickly declassified and released high-definition video of the encounter to the public. The footage went viral, showing the world the reckless and unprofessional behavior of the Venezuelan pilot. The official statement condemned the action as a violation of international law, but the response didn't end there. In a clear show of force, the U.S. deployed to P-8 Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft, the Navy's most advanced sub-hunters and surveillance planes, to shadow Venezuelan airspace for the next 48 hours. Furthermore, a second U.S. Navy vessel was quietly redirected toward the region. This wasn't a preparation for attack. It was a powerful message of deterrence. The message was clear: we are watching, and we are ready. This dramatic flyby was more than just a tense moment at sea. It was a snapshot of a larger geopolitical chess game unfolding across Latin America. Venezuela, once a regional power but more recently isolated by economic crisis, is now leveraging its strategic location and its military to regain influence. Backed by oil for loan deals with China and advanced military technology from Russia, the Maduro regime is pushing boundaries, both literally and figuratively. They are attempting to reshape the balance of power in America's backyard, but the United States isn't stepping back. Every provocation, from narco-trafficking flights to military posturing, is met with a measured but firm answer. The response to this incident was no exception. It was a demonstration that while America prefers diplomacy, it will not hesitate to protect its assets and its allies in the high-stakes world of modern military power. A single jet flying too close can trigger consequences that ripple far beyond the cockpit. It can shift alliances, redirect naval fleets, and bring nations to the brink. This time, the encounter served as a warning, a tense display of military signaling. But as geopolitical tensions continue to rise in the Caribbean, the next incident might not end with just a press release and surveillance flights. It could be the flashpoint that ignites a much larger conflict. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. To understand how these events shape our world, you need to stay informed and stay alert. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. For more real-world military intelligence, geopolitical analysis, and the stories behind the headlines, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We'll see you in the next briefing.